So what is wrong with Facebook ads? This is Nick Clegg, right? Nick Clegg is now the president of Facebook Global. Facebook's presence around the world, which includes England, right? And he's got experience as Deputy Prime Minister of England. He's a politician, but he's meant to be a Liberal Democrat, for whatever that means now, I don't know. And then we've got Zuckerberg, right, who lives in Hawaii in his own private state. Doesn't live like Elon Musk in some kind of like, product line house. Kind of like some sort of Lego build house or whatever Musk lives in. So, look, right, when we're doing petitions, I'm not talking about if you are selling, T-shirts, or if you're selling holidays, or if you're selling cars, or if you're providing accounting services, or you want people to invest in Bitcoin, or you want to, whatever. This is for, right, petitioning the government where special rights apply, right? It's not social media in the sense of you're not using your presence under the normal recreational social legislation and policy, right? Because you don't have, you've got rights under that policy because you've got the rights to free speech and a political opinion, things like that, which is supposed to be enforced. Your rights are supposed to be enforced as well as community standards being enforced. But unfortunately, there doesn't seem any enforcement of the rights, or when there's any discrimination against you. It's always if you've done something wrong. Never seems to be if anyone has done anything wrong to you in breach of rights. It's very difficult to get it complained about, to raise a matter. And then we've got business presence. Now, you're not really supposed to use business presence on groups unless the group is for business and the group admins say that it's for business, and you can put business promo on there, right? But still then, Facebook has got its own settings, right? So, even if you're in a group that's for business and you can sell things, then you're allowed to do that in the group, but you don't need to, do it excessive amount of times, like multiple posts or posts to multiple people. Suppose if you put it in the group, everyone can see it anyway, right? But there are all these personal filters, and then there are all these Facebook filters, and there are all these other hidden messages if you haven't been to the group for ages, things like that, right? Now, if you're selling stuff, you're wanting money and you're wanting to make a profit, right? So if you sell one thing, right? If you sell one car, or if you sell one T-shirt or whatever, that's all right, I'm not suggesting for a second anyone could be able to just, like spam on board with buy a T-shirt, buy a T-shirt, buy a T-shirt repeatedly. There's not really any. If you're allowed to post about T-shirts in a group, nothing's stopping you. But Facebook normal spam filters come in because you're just posting more frequently than normal anyway. But now when you're doing ads, right? When you're running Facebook ads, you've got this reach, which is how many times it gets shown, how many times it's going to pop up on a screen or in a feed when they're scrolling through it, how many people might be able to see it, right? So this reach, let's say, for example, you spend £40 in a day, and they claim the reach is going to be, 20 or 30, 22,000, right? Or if you want to spend £200 in a day, if you haven't got the little lock on it where, when you're only allowed to spend so much until you've been on there for a while, then you can spend like £200 in one day and you can get like 90,000 views. But so if you get 22,000 reach, right? So potentially 22,000 people have seen it or looked at it, it popped up on the screen. Whether they ignored it or not, or whether they didn't scroll down that much, I don't know. But you might only 22,000 reach. 22,000 people have been shown it, right? All that effort to show it to 22,000 people, and you've had to pay as well £40. I mean, you could pay yourself £40 for doing an hour's worth of work, you know, or a couple of hours worth of work. But it's just the effort, you know. It's been shown 22,000 times, right? Now, if it only generates 100 clicks, so 100 people go to that page, right? And then from those 100, if you're only getting 20 people signing it, or maybe 30, if the site's not even glitchy, and, you know, if the site's working where you can sign your petition, if change.org or 38 Degrees you're doing a petition even works properly, right? Let's say you get 30 people, right? That is. Now, Facebook say, oh, well, you know, it's not up to us whether they sign or not. You know, we showed them it. We made it so they can click on it if they want to, right? You know, and if change.org don't work, that's not our problem, right? Facebook are providing a tool, right? Let's say, right, you go out into the garden and there's a spade, a shovel, right, a pitchfork, a trowel, right, and a spoon, right? Now, if somebody says, right, dig an hole, right, and I'm going to pay you, 40 quid and see if it takes you an hour, right? So there's 40 quid we're spending, right? Choose your implement. What is the best tool to use, right? Now, if I'm going to dig an hole and I choose a spade, right, I'm going to be digging an hole and I'm going to put my foot on it and push it in, and I'm going to be making good progress in the hour, right? And I'm going to dig a good amount of hole, right? Now, if I pick up a trowel and I start digging with a trowel, which is a lot smaller, it will work, right? Can't push down on it as hard, but it will pull earth up, but it won't be doing as good. Might take me longer than an hour and my arm might ache. But if I use the rake or, a spoon, I'm going to be doing a lot of spooning. It's going to be a lot of work. And, I might start making some progress with the spoon, but it's going to take a long time. Or the effort put into it, the energy expended, is going to be, it's not as productive, right? Now, these people are meant to be geniuses. Elon Musk, he calls himself the techno wizard or whatever. Mark Zuckerberg is meant to be an absolute genius. The brain cells in his brain, when he speaks, he computes and speaks in this, language that is the dialogue of the computers. As he speaks, machines are reprogrammed around the world. As Zuckerberg's mouth moves, his intellectual capacity excels and exceeds above known realms of mankind's ingenuity and intelligence, right? Yet, is he just out to have one over you and make money out of you, right? Now, if Facebook ads is the genius, the cutting edge of the entire planet of Earth's pinnacle of businessmen's ingenuity and advocacy for commerce, it is brilliant. It's the best tool for the job, right? Why is it that when I pay £40 of hard-earned money and they say, oh, we'll show it 22 times, right? And by the way, I've provided my identity, I filmed the disclaimer. I'm not even under Facebook policy because it's been recognised as political purposes and I don't fall under Facebook policy because I'm exempt from it. That's the point. They don't take responsibility for what's in my ad because I take responsibility because Facebook are exempted from it. Why? Because it is exempting law. It exempts them, right? And I'm protected anyway through the law anyway. The law allows them to be exempted because it's exempted from the law, right? Now, just for productiveness, right? Why is it, right, that when I go on, right, to Facebook Messenger, right, now we've selected a different tool from the garden, right? Let's splash out on Facebook ads, forget £40 a day. Let's have the whole 200 quid in one day. £200 in one day. 90,000 impressions. 90,000 impressions, right? That might even be, £40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 70, 100, so 1, 2, 3, 67 times as many as that 20,000 views. So, they're saying we might get 1.3 thousand clicks if we're lucky. 1,300 clicks, right? But you might only get, right, if you're lucky, you might get 300 signatures. 300 signatures, right, for £200, right, when it's had 90,000 people looking at it. Now, what Facebook will say is, it's not us. We've provided a brilliant tool, a brilliant service. Your ad wasn't good enough, you didn't put a good enough picture on there, or, this or that. But, right, I think that it's a rubbish tool, right? Now, the evidence for this is that this is a different tool now. Messenger. Let's try, we tried the spoon, right, which is spoon feeding. And by the way, when you're buying these Facebook ads, they're making an absolute killing out of it. They're even making a killing out of the charities who do it as well, by the way. And everyone gives the money to the charities for nothing. And then the charities give the money for Zuckerberg, So it costs you a lot of money. £200, right? Or even £40, right? You're not getting, for that money, you're not getting that many signatures. You're putting a hell of a lot of money into it, and Zuckerberg's making a hell of a lot of money out of you, and then Zuckerberg can, with that money, he can do what he wants politically, because he's got the power then, right? And all you get out of that is, wow, 40 quid. I got 20 signatures, right? To me, the tool is not very good for the job. Now, no matter how good my picture is and how good my write-up is in my petition, right? The clicks and the sign-ups, he'll blame me, said they're not interested in that petition and your ad were rubbish, right? But I still believe it's a tool. That's crap. Now, Messenger, a different tool. Let's try that. But, all right, we're trying Messenger, right? Here's a Facebook group, right? Instead of getting the tool where you tell Facebook ads, right? I'm going to tell Facebook ads what people I want to show the ad to. Walking, climbing, archaeology, history, countryside, what country, what area. Oh, like Devon, Cornwall, Wales, areas to do with ancient sites. It's a petition about ancient sites, right? You can do that, right? Messenger, different tool now, right? And this is going to cost me nothing. It's free, right? Cost me nothing. Let's see how good this tool is, right? For the job, right? We're all about making good tools because, we're the best tool makers on the planet. We're the most ingenious tool makers on the planet, right? Let's try this tool out, right? Here's a group. Forget all this tagging rubbish. Forget all this metadata rubbish. Forget all this meta tagging whatever, right? We'll check what I have, been surveying your phone so I know what you like and what you don't like and what your interests are. Zuckerberg, shut up, right? Here's a Facebook group. Everyone joined it. Forget metadata. They joined the group because they were looking for a group, right? Looking for ancient sites, and they joined it, right? There's 50,000 people there, or there might be 35,000, or there might be 8,000. Whatever, doesn't matter. There's a list of members. That's great. Members list. There all they are. Right, scroll down. Members tells me when they joined. So I know how far down the list I've got, right? These people join within 1 week. These people join within 2 weeks. Right, I've got 1 hour. Set the timer. 1 hour, right? Messenger. Right. Here's my message. Right? Hey, I'm in the ancient sites group like you are. We're trying to protect this ancient site. Please, will you sign my petition to help us? Thanks. There's a link. Send it. Right. Sent the message. If they see it, and I've checked Messenger. If it's not hidden and concealed under the extra tab, other tab where you forget about, right? Let's see, they see it. Oh, here's a message. Oh, here's somebody from the group. They want me to sign this petition. Oh, they've asked me. Oh, okay, I'll sign it. Right, sign it. That worked. Right, I'll copy and paste it into the next thing. Hey, I'm in the Ancient Sites group. By the way, I've got a right to do this as well. I'm following government instructions and guidelines. Repeat the same message to as many people as possible. And, by the way, you've got the right to do it. And so it be enacted in English law. Right, here we go. There's the next one. Right, I'll tell you what. Wow, I got a signature. Right, well, I've got an hour. Let's see how many I can do. Send, 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 send. Right, oh, right, there's my hour gone. How many people did you send to? Wow, that's amazing. I just managed to send messages to 5,000 people in an hour with my cup of tea, right? Amazing. How many signatures have you got? Are they really not interested in your petition? Well, I sent 5,000. Wow! 750 freaking signatures! Amazing! What a tool! What a tool! Look at this shovel. Now that's not a shovel. That's not a knife. I'm Crocodile Dundee. That's not a tool. That's a tool. Oh, just a minute. I'm Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry, you can't use that tool. It's too dangerous, Crocodile Dundee. It's too sharp. It's too good. You can only, let me, that's not a knife. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Right, yeah. Well, you're banned. Your tool's banned. You can send, well, I'm not even going to tell you how many messages you can send a day. It might be 150, it might be 85, it might be 50. Depends what Zuckerberg's feeling like. Well, if you don't copy and paste the same message, you might be able to send more. Just a minute, I'm told to ask as many people to sign a petition as I can. Well, I am changing the message. I'm putting their name in the front of it. Copy paste, all right, put their name in there. Hi Sally. I'm in the same Facebook group as you for heritage sites. Will you sign a petition, please? Hi John. Right, 5 seconds, edit name. Right. Change.org. Oh, would you like to sponsor this petition? If you put £100 in, we'll show it 10,000 times. Wow. How long is that going to... how long does it show them all in 1 day or 2 days or over 5 days? How do I know when it's run out? And he stopped showing it, Oh, put 100 quid in. Oh, we've got about, 100 signatures. Wow. That cost £1 each. Wow. I'm really working hard. Me, a whole hour. Well, they must be working hard because it costs you £1 for them to lift their hand up and sign it. And half the people on that site are from all around the world and likely not to be interested in ancient sites in England, when we're all foreign and complaining about immigration, or poverty or whatever it is. Not that I'm not bothered about that, but, it's, not productive to get my petition shown to, a worldwide site where the majority of people on there are more, their interests do not really go around heritage sites, Is that money, is that a productive tool? I'm not sure it is. Right. This is a tool that works. I need a tool, right, that works. Now, Mark Zuckerberg is providing the best tools on the planet available to mankind, right? What do you want to do? Well, I want to get signatures on a petition. Hey there, I'm Mark, and I've got the best tool on the planet to provide you the best technology on the planet so you can get as many signatures as you can on that petition in, well, yeah, as long as you, how many signatures do you want? Well, I need about 3,000, Mark. Oh, 3,000. Well, that's going to cost you about £50,000 going by the current return rate. Yeah, but I ain't got £50,000, Mark. I've got 40 quid. And it's Mark, right? What's the return rate on signatures? Right? It is very poor, Mark. It's a poor return rate. Now, what's happening with this tool? It's a very good return rate. It works. I'm getting people signing. It means they are interested in my petition and they do want to sign it. This makes it look like they're not interested and they don't want to sign it, hardly. This makes it like they are interested and they do want to sign it, Mark. Now, either they are interested or they aren't. Make your mind up. Well, your ad must be rubbish and your pictures must be rubbish and you didn't write the petition properly. I'm sorry, they're just not interested. Well, Mark, why is it when I send them a messenger message, they are interested and they sign? Aren't interested, are interested, aren't interested, are interested. Mark, I don't really think that my petition's written rubbish, and I don't really think that my pictures are crap on there, Mark. You know what I think, Mark? Crap tool. Good tool. Crap tool. Good tool. Bad tool. Good tool. Expensive tool. Cheap tool. Expensive tool. Cheap tool. Zuckerberg makes millions. Zuckerberg makes nothing. Zuckerberg makes millions. Zuckerberg makes nothing. I succeed, I fail. I succeed, I fail. I succeed, I fail. Mark, there's nothing wrong with my petition photos or the writing, Mark. Mark, your tools are crap. Mark, take the messenger limit off the messenger app. Please, you're obstructing my legal right and failing my political action, Mark. You are not providing the tools I need for the job on a world-class standard, Mark. You are providing poor, inadequate equipment that cannot do the task required. Can do the task, can't do the task, can do the task, can't do the task. Makes me poor, makes you rich. Makes me win, makes you lose. Makes me poor, makes you rich. Makes me win, makes you lose. Mark, get this sorted out. Because Nick is meant to be a liberal Democrat. Liberal Democrat, equal freedom of speech and rights and fairness and liberty, Mark.